Hi everybody, welcome to the Nova Southeastern University application tutorial. First thing you'll want to do is go online to www.discoverynova.org/international, and together we will complete the application. So for first-time users, the first thing you'll do is go all the way down and fill out information about yourself. Now it seems like a lot of information to add, but most of this is not mandatory. I do really recommend putting your international phone number, and of course you'll have to put your email address in and your date of birth. We do recommend you putting in your permanent address. This is your home address, where the same address that you had when you went to high school. Alright. As for your family member, if you live with one family member or two, either way, it's going to ask you for more information. However, this is not mandatory, so you can go ahead and skip all of that. It's going to ask you about your connections, if you know anybody that has gone to Nova, if you know anybody who works here, or if you are related to anybody who works here or who graduated from here. Otherwise, keep going. Do mark your citizenship status as not a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. Please type in the country of your citizenship, the country of your birth. It's totally okay if those are two different places. And it will ask you what your visa type is. Most of our students here coming at an undergraduate level will be F1 students. You will be applying as a foreign student planning to study in the USA. Ethnicity is again completely optional. Military service, if you've been it or not, go ahead and just click that in real quick. Okay, now you are ready to start your application. The first page will be about you, so it's going to be the same thing, so you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. Save and continue. Now it's time to talk about your academics and what you want to study. When do you plan to enroll? Would be the next time would be in fall 2019, which starts end of August. There are 3 different application decisions. Early decision basically means that you are dedicated to NSU, or are definitely coming here and are probably not applying anywhere else. This also means that you will get a response in the middle of November. Early action means that you still want to keep your options open, but you do want a decision very quickly. Regular decision is if you're not really sure yet, but you do want to apply. I highly recommend that all international students simply do a regular decision. The international admissions team reviews application on a regular basis, and you do get a response very quickly, even if you put in regular decision. When you select your program of study, say it's biology, you are not bound to this. You are able to change this in the future. So if you do not have an idea, you can always put undecided, but this can always change in the future. The Fischler Academy is a co-curricular program for our aspiring teachers. For more information, please click here and find on the website what it's more about. Dual admissions is an opportunity to reserve a seat in our graduate or professional schools, such as the medical program, the dental school, or a business school, to name a few. Click here for more information about dual admissions. Razor's Edge program is a co-curricular program that comes with a substantial scholarship that you would also have to apply to on a second basis. Please click here for more information about Razor's Edge program, or look on our website under sharkpreview.com. High school or secondary information. Most of the people outside of the USA will just have to click high school, secondary school graduation. If you've been homeschooled, go ahead and write that. GED is mostly for students in the US who took an exam to complete further completion of high school. Please click here if you have attended school outside of the US, and then fill in the rest of the information. Most of this is not mandatory, but we would like to see the name of one of the schools and what country what it was in, and more importantly, your attendance date. Even if you have not graduated yet, we will absolutely need your graduation date in here. The next pieces will not be mandatory. The grade point average is basically the average grades that you've received through 3 or 4 years of high school. This is an American term, so do not worry about this. The international admissions team will take care of this for you. High school secondary counselors. If you have a counselor who's been helping you through the application process, feel free to add their name, otherwise keep going. In the US, some schools require test scores. At NSU particularly, if you are going to a high school where the language of instruction is not English, you will have to take an English proficiency test like the TOEFL, IELTS, PT, or ITAP. This is to prove that your English level is good enough to go to the university here in the USA. If you do have one of these tests, just click yes and add the score. Other tests that you might be familiar with are the SAT or the ACTs. International students are not required to take the SAT or the ACT. However, if you did take them, feel free to click yes and then add your scores. If you went to a college or university outside of the USA, you would be considered an international transfer student. Feel free to fill out this information as well. All right, you are good to go to the next page. We're almost finished. The next pieces are really more about making sure that if you need a fee waiver, the application costs $50. Some schools do provide an application fee waiver. If you do click yes, you will have to provide proof as to why you are eligible for the $50 application fee waiver. The rest of it is just asking if you've been convicted of a criminal offense, if you have any current pending criminal charges, if you've ever been to jail, or if you've ever been denied any licensure, professional licensure, or if it's ever been revoked. Make sure that you understand the situation. If you waive your right to access your letters of recommendation, this basically means that if a professor ever writes you a letter of recommendation, that we will not be obliged to show that letter to you. You can say yes or no, that's completely up to you. And here's just the last certification that everything you've said in this application is correct. Congratulations, your paper part of the application is now complete. Feel free to download and print your application at your own will. Make sure to contact your high school counselor and have them email your high school transcripts or final examinations to your admissions counselor. And then also make sure to pay the online application fee. It is a $50 application fee, and your application will not be fully submitted until that is paid. As for your test scores, feel free to take a screenshot, send a copy to your admissions counselor for review. Again, if you do have a counselor and you forgot to add their name, feel free to write that as well. Letters of recommendation are not mandatory for international students, but they are also able to, if you do have a teacher who wants to write to you one, then just have them email it to your admissions counselor. Make sure to check out our Shark Preview weekends as well for our premier programs. You're now officially finished your application. Remember that now you have a login information that you can log in and log out of. Make sure to check the email address that you entered. Your login information will be found in your inbox, your username, and your password. There will be 2 emails that will be sent to you from NSU in regards to your application that you can always return to. Again, this will remind you to pay your $50 application fee. You've officially taken your first step to joining NSU. Feel free to browse our international admissions webpage for any information, especially on what documents are required to complete your application. More importantly, please feel free to reach out to your international admissions counselors, Alexandra Hartman or Julian Alvarado. You can email us, you can call us, you can even send us a text message or a WhatsApp. We are very happy to help you and help you every step of the way if you have any issues. So good luck to everybody, and we can't wait to see you here at NSU.